mercury soars beyond 120 degrees, the metal of man burns through. As record heat melts contenders, the grit of some shines for all to see. Who has what it takes to overcome the elements and top-level competition? Killian Carroll, Daniel Cordova, David Fink, and Shorty Ruiz lead an all-star studded group in search of glory. Now we find out on WPHLive.tv with Patron as legends of the game compete for cash and the right to claim the King of the Desert. Icebreaker 11 from Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona starts right now. And we're back at Clark Park, Tucson, Arizona. Dave Vincent alongside David Fink. Much anticipated match here between Daniel Cordova and Abraham Montijo, local boy. Daniel Cordova comes in here at the tournament with a lower seed than I'd expect. I guess a 6 seed, and Abraham Montijo is the number 3 seed, but I guess that also stands to reason. He's played in these icebreakers before, has a high ranking. Let's look at this bracket.
Okay.
You can see the 6 seed Daniel Cordova got here by defeating Daniel Perez in pretty quick match. Abraham Montijo didn't have to play that play-in to get to these quarterfinals.
Abraham Montijo, a winner of Icebreaker number 9, defeated Adam Bernhardt in the finals there. Daniel Cordova has not yet played in an Icebreaker. Here he is making his first start. Good first serve there from Daniel.
Yeah, that was a rocket.
The last 3-wall singles match that Daniel played was at the 2019 USHA 3-wall nationals, where he lost in 2 games to Leo Canales in the quarterfinals. Abraham Montijo went on to defeat Leo Canales in the semifinals to make the finals there. Now, Dave, I thought that was a big upset at the time. Leo defeating Daniel in that match.
I thought so.
Wasn't much made of it. Daniel hurt his shoulder in that match. Didn't use as an excuse. Didn't play at that point for 6 weeks. Entered Atlanta, which was the first stop of that season.
And won it.
Yeah. Having not touched the ball in 6 weeks coming off that injury.
I think if you look at Daniel's record after that loss to Leo, it's pretty darn good. Like a wake-up call.
But then Daniel lost in the first round of Tucson a couple weeks later. So he needed another wake-up call. Niall O'Connor defeating him there, Dave.
Oh, yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah. So he was woken up, then put back to sleep, then woken up again. Now he's very much awake here, Dave. Similar scenario here, Dave. Daniel was invited to play in the Big Ball Icebreaker a couple of weeks ago, and he said, I'm just not playing. I'm not working out. I'm not doing anything. So he's coming in here without much preparation. But sometimes, Dave, that's a huge advantage. A little bit more relaxed.
Well, I'll tell you, he's got 7 quick points here. Whatever his formula is for taking time off works.
Oh, my.
Hey, look at only the ball. Nothing else.
Daniel did play in the FLF doubles exhibition a couple months ago, Dave, teaming up with his brother Lucho against Abraham and Sean Lenny. The brothers lost that one in a tiebreaker.
Yeah, Daniel Cordova coming from El Paso, Texas, originally from Juarez, Mexico. You can see that his home court is the San Angel Athletic Club. Now, his highest ever ranking on the pro is number 2, but that doesn't make sense, right? He's been number 1 before. It just seems like it. He's never. His brother's been there, but he just hasn't.
No, neither.
Huh, wow.
Yeah.
They're both highest ranking number 2?
Yes. Daniel, at one time...
was a win away, I think.
Well, no, at one time he was in charge of the rankings, and he mistakenly put himself at number 1, didn't count the points properly.
Oh, I gotcha.
So he was listed as the number 1 for about a week until that change was made, and he actually lost his post. He resigned from his post.
So
there were articles written, videos made, banners.
That's why produced. I remember him at number 1.
Yes. And it wasn't malicious at all.
A self-imposed number 1.
Yes. Now we've got Oregon's Nick Flores in charge of all ranking points, Dave.
Well, I'm sure it was Nick who caught the error.
Actually, it was.
Okay, so usually when the person catches it, you just go to them and say,
yeah, thank you.
From now on, you're the one doing this. I mean, he had something like 5 errors in a row, 5 consecutive weeks. Eventually, you just say,
right,
you're the guy.
Daniel's playing some beautiful handball right now. Great control. Obviously, he's got the great serve going, but it just seems like everything he touches is falling in the perfect spot.
Well, earlier today in his first round match against Daniel Perez, it only lasted 19 minutes. Here we are 7 minutes into it in game number 1, and he's already got 14 points on his own 7 minutes in.
Wow.
About ready to make it 15. And he does it with that beautiful kill shot to close it out. What took him 7 minutes and 45 seconds to take down Abraham Montijo in game number 1, 15-0 here in Icebreaker number 11 in Tucson, Arizona.
Still waiting for the crowd shot, though.
Well, hopefully they pan the cameras around. No, what? Yeah, I'm told that they're not going. Sorry, this passed me. I didn't see that note, but they're fixed. The cameras are fixed.
Okay. It's a shame we can't get that cockroach cam pointed the other way to kind of see the crowd. Really adds another element to the match. You can see the enthusiasm of
Well, you can
fans.
see who's smiling against you.
So Abe is trying to get a little bit light on his feet here. Look at this shot.
No.
Inside out fly kill after a 3-foot hop serve.
Daniel looks really good here. Very in tune.
I did not expect this from Daniel. I'm not saying I expected Abe to win, but I just did not expect to see this kind of level of play from Daniel. But I shouldn't be surprised. This is a guy who's won multiple race stops, named himself number 1, was almost number 1. You're not going to win too many points running straight backwards towards your fans from 20 feet behind the back line, which Abe was doing there. Now another unreturned serve. Dave, make that 19-0. Has Abe served?
Yeah, he served.
Okay. Now remember, in Abe's last Icebreaker match, he won the tournament. 21-2, in fact, in that second game against Adam Bernhardt. Now he's getting the 180-degree opposite here.
I remember him playing you in one of these tournaments, and it was pretty competitive. Not the first meeting, but the second time he shows you why he made it to the finals of the Nationals.
Yeah, he's playing very well in that event. Went on to take 6th in that event, losing in a tiebreaker to Leo Canales in the 5th place playoff.
And here he's all out of sorts. Now 5-0, Daniel Cordova in game number 2, winning the first one 15-0. That's a good shot from Montijo. Maybe he'll put something together here. Screen call.
But Abe does not take advantage of one of the best shots he hit in the match, forcing a setup. Does not put it down.
Just letting the players play a little bit here.
Daniel really knows how to use the ceiling out here. Hit the ceiling from close to the back line, which is not easy to do.
Sometimes I think the players just don't know better. Like, it's so hard to make that shot unless you practice it. And look at that return. Danny completely out of sorts, but watch what he does here. Off balance.
Oh, that's a good shot.
That's a pretty good shot. And you see the 9th point coming up here on the scoreboard. 24-1 run. 25-1 run for Daniel Cordova.
It's tough, for Abe, who, like you said, has so much local support arranging for tickets and, people staying at his house to watch this event. There's just a lot more obligations that come with playing at home. More distractions. Now, Danny comes in here from El Paso.
Yeah, but you're more comfortable at home as well.
I don't know. You've got a lot of your friends and family staying over. You're arranging hotel rooms for them, arranging the tickets.
Well,
each player only gets 8 tickets.
We'd see those people if we pan these cameras. These
we would.
Damn cameras out to the crowd. But
Abe asked me if I would leave some of my tickets, give some of my free tickets.
Wait a second. I give him some of mine.
That's what I mean. So think about how many people.
Perfect shot. You see that, Dave?
I did.
I mean, he hit 2 things. One just over the line, and the next one was the camera on the backside. He almost flipped the camera around so we could see the crowd.
We could only be so lucky.
Daniel's trying to help out. That's how hard it is to hit that ceiling. I mean, it's just, 3-4 inches from making that to the ceiling.
Would have been a great shot.
One hell of a shot, but there it is. Daniel Cordova taking down Abraham Montijo 15-0, 15-1, and he now will advance to the semifinals.
Well, that's a Southwest rivalry that has been going on for about a decade, and Daniel really dominates.
Yeah, does an incredible job there, and he just looked great right out of the gate. Yeah. He's going to play either Shorty Ruiz or Sam Esser, that match going on now. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a bit. For Dave Fink, my name is Dave Vincent. Thanks for tuning in to WPHLive.tv.